I think this week was our best ever. Started out selling these vintage car taillights for $30 for the pair. This is the A. Becca Genesis series 1 through 5. This belonged to my mother-in-law. It's a Bible teaching curriculum with large illustrations. It didn't cost me anything, and this sold for $35. My husband has been buying antique fishing rods because he's a fisherman, and this one is a Wright and McGill rod. I think he's paid $2 for this one, and it sold for $35. And we've been shipping these priority 3 pounds, so they're fairly cheap that way, and the length is okay. I came across these Bucilla cotton yarn, I suppose you'd call them, and I think I paid about 20 cents a piece for them, and this lot of 12 sold for $38.25. This is a vintage fishing reel. It's a Johnson. Paid $2.50 for it, and it sold for $21.50. These are vintage Selstrom safety glasses. I got them free at a garage sale last year, and they sold for $25. They do ask for measurements from temple to temple, and so I provided those. These are sitting in my son's closet. They're a Lugs brand. I don't know too much about it, but they've been sitting around, and they finally sold for 15 bucks. This is a Cabela's fishing vest. We paid $1.50 for it, and it sold for 25. These are men's Merrills. This is the Jungle Mock version, and we paid $5 for these, and they sold for 45. This is my second pair of insulated Air Force pants. These are Eddie Bauer. They have an Army Air Force logo on them. We paid $2 for these, and they sold for $65. Eddie Bauer is the brand. This is a Shakespeare Wondercast fishing reel. Paid $2 for it, and it sold for $11.50. We inherited this phonograph, Westinghouse. I never was able to get it to work. It went around, but there was no sound, and I tried different tubes and that, but finally gave up on it, sold it as non-working, and it sold immediately for $25. This is a Pyrex set. I was searching for covers for this for a couple years, and I realized now that they did not come with covers, so I paid $5 for the set and sold for $30. Not too thrilled with packing Pyrex, but it's done. A friend who was moving away gave us this bird trap for, I don't know, pigeons, swallows, etc. And it sold for $28.50. And it's missing some little part. We have way too many of these gas cans. They're cheap. This one costs 50 cents like they often do. It is an Eagle brand, the Gasser. And this one sold for 20 bucks. Paid 50 cents for a couple of these Michigan successful deer hunting patches. Some of them online go for a lot of money. I'm not sure which ones yet, but this one went for 10. I think Michigan is the only state that does this. Correct me if I'm wrong. Sold another Jansport chainsaw trigger for my friend for $25, and then I get a cut of that. I can't get this photo to come up, but it's a 4-H member tin sign. Paid $3 for these each, and I had purchased 10, and this one sold for $34. Got these for $3.20 at our local thrift store. They are Allen Edmonds with tassels, size 13D, so quite large, and they sold for $60 very quickly. And see these Allen Edmonds, they had leather soles. They don't look like much, but they do sell. Yes, sometimes I do mess up. I shipped this by accident instead of another copper bowl, so I ended up selling this one for $5 to the person who had already received it, and then shipped them the one that they had already bought. So straighten that out without wasting money bringing it back here by shipping it back. This is a 3-part cane fishing pole. It was still about 60 some inches long for shipping, but they're not very heavy. Paid $1.10 for this and it sold for $25. My friend gave me this copper boiler. The lid is not copper, but the rest is. I tried to sell it locally and it just wasn't going. So I listed it and it sold for $64. And then I purchased a box so that I could ship it. This was kind of amazing. My husband bought these Zippo lighters and flints for 50 cents a piece. They're sealed. They're all sealed like that with the orange tag. And they sold us a lot for $125. Crazy. I don't know if they have lighter fluid in them or not, but I shipped them out with some padding and I'm sure they'll be fine. I paid $2.50 for these Nikes. They're pre-owned but in very nice condition. I've had them listed forever and they finally sold for $21. These are my last two 4-H signs that I got for $3 each, and this person bought two for $68. I don't even know where I got these little clips. They're for curtains, I believe, and they are stamped Germany on them, and there's 8 of them, and they sold for $15. A Wherever popcorn butter dish, and it sold for $8.50. Here's an Easton Baseball Bat. I believe we got these for free, and this one sold for $15. No, $17. I paid $4 for this group of Evening in Paris colognes, perfumes, and they've been listed for quite a while. I put them up for $38.25 and they sold. This is a vintage Jansport backpack with a leather bottom. It sold once before and it was too small for that person, but it sold again for $58. I bought a box of this Bucilla tapestry wool, $5, and I believe there were 37 skeins. And the same person bought the 2 listings I had out there for all of them, and it was a total of $80. So $5 was turned into $80. Love those kinds of sales. This is a bunch of doll making equipment. I don't really know much about it, but it was given to me and it finally sold for $8.50. We did not know what this was. It's about 6 inches long. It was in a box of junk we had. Got an iron end, and it turns out to be a scythe handle. So you've got that long blade on a pole, and this is like your grip for your other hand. So it sold for $7. We've sold some slide rules for quite a lot of money, maybe 70, 80 bucks, but this one was metal. A relative gave it to us. It has a case with some original owner's name on it, and that sold for just $12.50. This came from a baby swing that had stopped working, and so I took the pictures with the original seat and then just selling the cover, and it just sold for $15. I've been avoiding this pile of vintage tablecloths. There are 6 here. They're all stained, so I just put them up for $25 and they sold very quickly, same day. This is an electric Cornwall fondue pot. It has a space here. Haven't sold one of these before. Comes with 2 sets of fondue forks, and looks pretty good inside, and it sold for $25.50. This is a 6-inch diameter tail light. I don't know what it goes to, but I got it free. It sold for $13. I paid $2 for this vintage Richardson hexagonal fishing rod. It has a nice marking here, cork handles. Has some little fractures here, which we revealed, and it sold, I think, within a week for $22. This is a LL Bean shirt jacket. Not sure what it really is. It's like a shirt, but it has a belt. It cost us 50 cents, and it sold for $45.50 fairly quickly. I'm experimenting with rugs. This is a wool or wool blend rug. Oh, it's maybe 3 by 6. And I paid $5, and it sold for $25. Final item from our very successful week is a set of Cervelier Tupperware, 4 canisters in pretty good condition. Paid $5 and they sold for $30. So this was a total of 43 items sold this week with an average selling price of $31, which is very good for me. Bye now.